Hi everyone, this is Kassie, and these are the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of April the 17th to April 23. If you want to check out last week's predictions, you can click on the link above. And if you enjoy my videos, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and share. And don't forget that every day there's the card of the day with a short description of the energies of each day. But if you're looking for a more personal and detailed reading with me, you can always find me on my psychic platform www.cassiekai.com, where you will get 3 free minutes with your subscription and extra free minutes every month. But let's see what the energies of next week look like. For Aries, we had the Ten of Cups and now it's the Strength. The Ten of Cups is a happy union, either personal or professional, but usually this 10 is associated with personal relationships. For some of you, the Ten of Cups must have been a kind of transition between two different stages. Tens always show the final stages when something is coming to a head, and maybe you experienced a happy completion last week in some area of your life, and now you got the Strength. The Strength indicates that you will try to find a balance between your higher needs and your lower needs in a relationship or in your career. And with lower needs, I mean your everyday wants and desires, which would be what you want your everyday life to be and what actions to take to make that happen, while your higher needs would be your more spiritual or emotional needs, how to connect with another person spiritually, emotionally. You will make some changes to achieve that, and under this energy it's always good and wise to not use brute force, but to make gentle moves that will not generate resistance from others. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are getting stronger, and also there are strong sexual energies. The Strength is one of the cards that show sexual desire, which isn't always expressed though. When the Strength card appears in a reading, often there's some sort of holding back, either because the person you're interested in is reserved or because they are not ready to jump into a relationship too soon. And they will give you hints and subtle messages instead that will show you their interest and their attraction. But I would not expect anything too obvious or too loud. The Strength puts emphasis on the last part of this week, especially Sunday, because it is associated with Leo, and Leo's day is Sunday. Also, there might be a Leo sun or ascendant person in your life this week that will play a significant role. For Taurus, we had the Knight of Swords and now it's the Queen of Swords. An interesting combination, as the Queen is the card that comes after the Knight, so it's the natural progression from one card to another. So for some of you, this means that the situation will progress smoothly, especially in things that are to do with communications, the internet, and problem solving. Also, talks of any kind are favored this week, so this is a good time to talk about your relationship, about issues you want to resolve in your career, or to resume communications with people you weren't in contact with for a while. The Queen of Swords is an air sun or ascendant person in your life, someone who's very witty, intellectual, a good communicator, and a good listener. Not the most romantic person, so you shouldn't expect romantic energies to be very strong this week, but you should expect clarity and sharp thinking. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are trying to make sense of their feelings, and for that reason there might be some distance between you at this stage. Two swords cards, one after another, indicate that they want to do the right thing, but they remain rather detached from their emotions, and they may also be up for a fight. If you're experiencing contrasts with someone, this is a good week to talk about it, but not a very good week if you want to form a stronger emotional bond with them, as they may not be very responsive when it comes to emotional connection and expression. For the coming 2 weeks, there will be intense activity through social media, the internet in general, and dating sites and applications for those of you who are into online dating. Just be a little cautious because the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords often foretell a hit and run situation. So don't invest too much of your energy in new relationships unless the person you're dealing with proves to be reliable. For Gemini, we had the Three of Wands and now it's the Nine of Wands. The Three of Wands you got last week is a card of waiting, so you must have made efforts to get something and you were waiting to see what kind of results your work and your patience would produce. Also, the Three of Wands is associated with foreign places, so one way or another, foreign places or people who live abroad must have been in your focus. The Nine of Wands this week indicates that you will continue to make efforts, you will continue to try and manifest a certain outcome that you have in mind. However, you will probably feel tired and weary as you may have to defend yourself, your views or your position in some way, which means there will be opposition from someone or even from a group of people. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, if you had a fight with them, this person is being defensive. If you are trying to reunite with someone you're emotionally or physically estranged from, then you must be prepared to use all your strength and patience to go at it again. And although there seems to be potential for a reunion, they are resisting at this moment, which means that reconciliation is not going to happen anytime soon. So this week you'll have to decide whether you want to continue to fight for a relationship or you prefer to move on and find other options. Astrologically, the Nine of Wands is the moon in Aquarius, a rather detached placement in relationships and career, and that could be a little frustrating, but your frustration can propel you into action in a way that will allow you to reset and upgrade, so to speak, a project or a relationship. So this week you'll get the chance to do things in an unusual but unique way that can actually bring one of your plans into reality. For Cancer, we had the Ten of Wands and now it's the Wheel of Fortune. The Ten of Wands is a struggle and it's pressure, too many responsibilities that weigh heavy on your shoulders. So last week things have been probably overwhelming for you and you had too many things to do or too many different demands and people were being difficult. Now this week you got the Wheel of Fortune, which represents a big change in the dynamics of a relationship or a situation. The Wheel of Fortune is often a change orchestrated by life itself, especially if we fail to do what's necessary to change our situation. And that kind of change is often uncomfortable, but if you took things in your own hands last week, uncomfortable energies can be avoided. In a way, the wheel is what normally comes after tens, usually because tens represent the end of a stage and inevitably change follows. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are going through some kind of change. If things in your relationship have been difficult, you can expect improvement, and the opposite, of course, as that's the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. It goes up and down all the time. The good news is that nothing ever remains the same, and we are never stuck, even if at times it feels so. The wheel gives the promise that no matter what your experience is, it's bound to change. So try to navigate as gracefully as you can while the pendulum of life swings from one side to another. The Wheel of Fortune is associated with Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion. You should expect a lucky coincidence to occur this week, a coincidence that will bring something good into your life. Also, Thursday, the day of Jupiter, seems to have special significance this week. For Leo, we had the Queen of Swords and now the Nine of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords is mental clarity, objectivity, and truth-seeking. So something must have become clear for you last week, and you may even had a very enlightening talk with someone who's an air sign or ascendant, and they are not afraid to speak their mind and cut through confusion and illusions. The Queen of Swords means that you are thinking to decide based on logic and reason rather than emotions or intuition. This week, the Nine of Pentacles will bring stabilizing energies in your life, and that's financial independence in your career, if your career is in your focus, or self-sufficiency when we are talking about a relationship or material success. You will feel a sense of security and stability, as well as a well-deserved sense of accomplishment and pride. The Nine of Pentacles may also suggest the need to enjoy the fruits of your labor and take time to appreciate the simple pleasures in life. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, there seems to be a need for solitude and self-reflection. They may be enjoying their own company, and they may be finding fulfillment in solitary pursuits such as reading, meditation, or creative endeavors, which means that this may not be the best time to try and connect with this person, as at the moment their energy is rather focused on themselves. Astrologically, the Nine of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo, a placement that can bring a practical and analytical approach to love and relationships, emphasizing the importance of self-improvement and attention to detail in creating fulfilling and lasting connections. This week and in the coming 9 to 10 days, you can express love and affection in a practical and analytical way, focusing on the details and trying to improve the relationship or a situation, as that will be the best attitude you can adopt at this moment. For Virgo, we had the Nine of Swords, and now it's the Five of Swords. The Nine of Swords represents worry, fear, and anxiety. You were probably dealing with a difficult situation or a painful experience last week, and that must have caused some distress. Also, you or another around you must have felt guilt or regret over past actions or decisions. You must have experienced some mood swings, and this week there is a risk of conflict, arguments, and loss. If you get in an argument with someone, you will probably win it, but at a cost to you and to that person. So it's important that you choose your battles wisely this week, as there might be a sense of defeat or betrayal. If you find yourself in such a situation, it's best that you seek support and guidance in order to cope with these challenging circumstances. Astrologically, the Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius, and that's good news because it brings a fresh and innovative perspective to love and relationships. It can encourage us to think outside the box and to explore new ways of connecting with others. However, it can also bring a tendency towards detachment and a reluctance to commit emotionally. So you may find that someone isn't as loving or consistent as you would like them to be, primarily because they value their independence above all else. However, if you too appear to be a little detached, you may be surprised to see that they start pursuing you when you least expect it. So even if energies this week appear to be a little difficult, especially when it comes to communications, it's good to try and experiment and see if new methods bring better results. One thing you shouldn't do is to keep doing the same thing that did not get you what you wanted. There might be a disagreement about something that happened between January 20 and January 29, while the strong days of this week seem to be Thursday and Friday. For Libra, we had the Two of Cups, which is such a nice and romantic energy last week, and now the Lovers, another card of love that suggests your romantic and personal relationships will be in your focus this week. For some of you, the Two of Cups can be a professional partnership that leads to a choice this week, a decision, and for others it will be a decision related to your love life. The Two of Cups is a connection, a union with another person that seems to be compatible with you. But the relationships indicated by the Two of Cups are not always meant to be, and that's the difference with the Lovers. The energy of the Lovers is fated, as that's one of the karmic cards and shows karmic relationships. That's why this week you may feel that a relationship has a fated feel to it. and that you have to be with a certain person no matter what, or that you have to make a partnership in your career at all costs. But that's actually one of the messages of the Lovers, that you shouldn't take the first impression for granted, but get to know this person better and see if they really are a good match. Enjoy the positive energies, but don't jump into situations blindly. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are attracted to you, they are in love with you, and they will show you their love and their appreciation in some way this week. Now, if there's a third person involved in your relationship, either from your side or their side, that will make things complicated, because the person you are interested in needs to make a decision, or you need to make a decision about the future of this relationship. For those of you who are single, this week you may meet someone special, someone who will be a strong presence in your life. The strong days of this week are Friday, the day of Venus, and Wednesday, the day of Mercury, who's associated with lovers. Also, people who are air signs, Libras, Geminis, Aquarius, will play a significant role in your life this week. For Scorpio, we had the Page of Swords, and now it's the Eight of Cups. The Page of Swords is often associated with curiosity, a thirst for knowledge, and a sharp intellect. So maybe there was interesting information you got last week, or a significant message that got you thinking. And for some of you, the Page of Swords means that you had an honest and straightforward communication with someone. Now, with the Eight of Cups, you will get the idea of leaving something or someone behind to pursue greater fulfillment, which means there must be a situation that tires and frustrates you. Maybe you are feeling unfulfilled or disillusioned with something that once held great promise, and you are ready to move on in search of something more meaningful. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are keeping some distance now. But eights suggest change, and that's why this week their behavior and attitude may change, especially if you talked about your expectations and needs openly. You may be embarking on a new journey, and things in your relationship will start changing one way or another, depending on the dynamics of your connection. This week you may decide to give up something that started between February 19 and February 28 in favor of something else that will appear or has already appeared, and you will find it more appealing. Astrologically, the Eight of Cups is when Saturn is in Pisces, and there may be a tension between a desire to establish order and structure and the need for creative expression and fluidity. However, this week you will be able to connect with others on a deep spiritual level, which means that you may get a telepathic message or a prophetic dream. The strong days of this week are Saturday and Sunday. For Sagittarius, we had the Nine of Cups, and now it's the Five of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups is the wish card, or the card of satisfaction, so something positive must have happened last week, big or small, and made you feel happy and content, or you got a sense of inner joy. Now, the Five of Pentacles means that this week you will have to deal with an obstacle. The Five of Pentacles is often associated with practical issues or a financial struggle. And since these two cards are in contrast, you may find that there are some conflicting energies in your life at this stage. Although you will experience a sense of emotional fulfillment and satisfaction in some areas of your life, probably in your relationships, there may be some areas where you are struggling or feeling left out in some way, like your career or your financial situation. You may be experiencing a sense of lack or scarcity in some areas while enjoying abundance and happiness in others. The same is true if you are wondering how someone feels about you. It's possible they have conflicting emotions and there are serious fluctuations between one week and another, or even one day and another. One day they are feeling and acting one way, and then another day another way, and it won't be easy to find stability or consistency with them. It's important that those conflicting emotions are acknowledged and accepted, and then there will be more balance in your relationship. Astrologically, the Five of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus, and that means there will be a lot of discussions about practical matters this week. That can be either about your career or about the practical aspects of your relationship. Also, the days between April 21 and April 30 seem to be particularly significant, especially for your work and your finances. The strong days of this week are Tuesday and Friday. For Capricorn, we had the Five of Wands, and now it's the Justice. The Five of Wands suggests competition of some sort, and you must have dealt with rivals in your career or your personal life, people who were after the same rewards, or a plan you had met opposition, as there were people who had different opinions and different views on how things should be done. However, the Justice this week indicates that conflicting energies will be stabilized and balance will be restored in some way. If you are dealing with a legal matter, this combination foretells that a legal battle will eventually have a just outcome. For some of you, it means that a petty disagreement will end in a fair result. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are trying to reach a decision that deep down has already been made, and it is time to move on together or alone. With the Justice, feelings can go either way, and so can outcomes. The important thing to keep in mind is that the Justice promises that one way or another you get what you deserve. The Justice is basically cause and effect, and that's why it's considered one of the karmic cards. This week you will experience the results or the consequences of your past deeds, and you will know how well you did in your personal or your professional life, judging from how you feel and how others react to your words and your actions. The Justice is associated with Libra, and the Libra sun or ascendant person may play a significant role in your life this week, and it's possible there will be an important talk about a relationship or a negotiation that will lead to a fair agreement in your career or in your personal life. The Justice loves everything that is balanced and symmetrical, and the energy of this week will help you fix imbalances and things that are out of harmony with your current energy. For Aquarius, we had the Five of Cups, and now it's the Three of Cups. The Five of Cups shows that last week you must have dealt with some sort of loss or disappointment, or maybe you felt that you lost an opportunity or that you failed in something, and that's causing regrets. The Three of Cups, on the other hand, is a card of celebration, joy, and friendship. This week there will be a happy and harmonious gathering of friends or family members, or a social event, a reunion, a happy occasion like a wedding, a birthday, or a baby shower. So maybe you will be thinking about a loss or a disappointment that happened last week, but also there will be supportive friends or family members who can help you find joy and balance again. For some of you, this combination shows that you are struggling to move on from a past hurt or disappointment, and you may need to seek support from your loved ones to find healing and closure. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are positive, friendly, and warm. If this is a new relationship, you are still in the first stages where friendship is being developed, and it's advised to not rush things. For some of you, that means you may start having feelings with a friend. Generally, the Three of Cups shows emotional growth, healing. That's why emotional connections of any kind will get stronger this week. The Three of Cups astrologically is Mercury in Cancer, and this week you will be more intuitive in your thinking and in your decision making. You will also have a tendency to hold on to past experiences and memories, and to have a strong emotional attachment to your home and your family. Your communications will be influenced by emotional intelligence, intuition, and a desire to create a sense of belonging and connection with others. The strong days of this week will be Tuesday and Wednesday. For Pisces, we had the Knight of Pentacles, and now it's the Two of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles indicates that last week you had to deal with practical matters, work, and generally the practical aspects of your life and your relationships. You were focusing on your responsibilities and you made efforts to achieve your goals. The Knight of Pentacles is someone in your life who's an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, and is a reliable presence around you. The Two of Swords this week indicates that there will be a difficult decision you need to make this week, or you will be dealing with uncertainty in some way. You may be feeling stuck or indecisive and you need to take time to weigh your options carefully before making a choice. You may be feeling conflicted or have conflicting priorities that are making it difficult to move forward. With this combination, the need to balance your practical concerns with your emotional needs will be strong. If you are wondering how someone feels about you, they are conflicted, stuck, or unsure about your relationship. This person may be trying to avoid making a difficult decision, or they may be weighing their options carefully before taking action. They may feel as though they are caught between two conflicting emotions or perspectives, and they may be struggling to find a way forward. At the same time, the Two of Swords can also suggest a need for balance, detachment, and objectivity. The person may be trying to remain impartial or unbiased, or they may be striving to find a way to reconcile opposing viewpoints. The Two of Swords suggests a complex and challenging emotional state, one that requires careful consideration, introspection, and perhaps even some outside guidance or support. Astrologically, the Two of Swords is Moon in Libra, an influence that's promoting beauty, balance, and harmony in all areas of life. Astrologically, the Two of Swords is Moon in Libra, an influence that's promoting beauty, balance, and harmony in all areas of life, but may require some effort to avoid becoming too indecisive or easily swayed by others' opinions. The strong days of this week are Monday and Tuesday. So these were the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of April 17 to April 24. I hope you enjoyed them and I will see you again next week. Have a nice and productive week.